I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping up with this right here. My last item for the day. As of recent, you all may have been informed that the Hall of Fame nominees, or should I say the candidates, have been announced for the upcoming season, the 2026 season. And on that list, you'll see a lot of folks that you may recognize, some that you may admire, some that you like, some more than others. But I actually have a quick story to tell because this brings me into a moment. Do you know how sometimes you'll just kind of unlock a memory or unlock and just the portion of your brain that made you forget about something that happened, or maybe you just oh, I remember that smell, or hey, that reminds me of hey, that song. Well, this for some reason took me back. So when I look at the list of those that are on the Hall of Fame ballot for 2026, there's a few names that stand out, all right? I do see you, Bobby Abreu. Carlos Beltran, obviously, is a former Cardinal, even though he wasn't there that long. Andrew Jones, man, how can you not talk about Andrew Jones in Atlanta, one of the best center fielders? And he was out there with the Griff and all them. Hunter Pence, I see you. Torrey Hunter, man, I still think of Torrey Hunter as an angel for some reason, but I know he was big with the Twins. Andy Pettit, yeah, Man Ram is on there, and I know he has some issues. Well, at least some people hold that against him. A-Rod, the same ordeal. Oh yeah, David Wright, okay, but oh yeah, and Dustin Pedroia, Daniel Murphy as well, who's on my Diamond Dynasty team when I play the show on PS5. By the way, I'm in Kung Fu Vinny if you want to come get served. And I'm not that good. I play on Ricky because it's really hard to play on Legend, but I still can if I need to. Now, what draws my attention, what really I want to call attention to is the bottom portion. At the bottom right-hand side, if you all look really closely, you'll notice at the bottom right-hand corner, a young man by the name of Jimmy Rollins. Yes, J-Roll, as we call him, was kind of like the second coming of Ken Griffey, in my opinion. And I was not a Philadelphia Phillies fan, still am not, and never will be. But J-Roll was a young dude. He was fast. He was one of the first that I saw hit the 2020 or 30-30 club, right? And they did end up winning in the early 2000s. I think it was 06 or no, it wasn't 06 because we won in 06. I think it was 08 or 09. Quote me. Now, one of the main reasons I know Jimmy Rollins is because as a dude from St. Louis, even though I live in Florida now, I tend to follow the folks that come from St. Louis. Like, even if you're not on the Cardinals, right? Like right now, I know Jake Berger. I'll be following you. I'll be watching. Yeah, I know. I'll be seeing y'all out there, Jake Berger. You should have been come play with us. And I'm looking at Tony Botello like, oh, I'm watching. Yeah, you best believe the St. Louis folks, Devin Williams, I'm watching. Yeah, I see. I know what's going on. I'm looking everywhere a St. Louis person is. I am in the mix. There am I. And one of these dudes is from St. Louis, and it's not J-Roll. My man, Ryan Howard, slugger, banger. This dude was everything back in the day. Am I wrong? Like, this dude came out and was hitting all kind of home runs all over the place, to the fact that I remember on one of the interviews he was talking about, he did with Up in Smoke, he talked about how Allen Iverson saw him one time and was like, oh, you that big nigga be hitting all them home runs. Yeah, so I remember Mr. Ryan Howard because he from the Lou, y'all. And so it was so cool to see him do what it was that he was doing back in the day, because I was proud, especially since the Cardinals, even though they was real good back then, I still felt like they could have used him. All right. So when I'm sitting here looking at this J-Roll being put on the Hall of Fame, I can't help but wonder, is my man Ryan Howard ever going to get put in the Hall of Fame? As you see him right here doing the baby bird for my Cardinals fans, does he deserve it? I believe so. I know these dudes is hella young, you know what I'm saying? I mean, oftentimes you got to go through the ballot a few times if you're not like a first ballot Hall of Famer like Ichiro or CC Sabathia. So it's probably going to be a little bit, but I just wanted to share my adoration for Ryan Howard real quick and just leave y'all with a real quick story if you don't mind. So, as you may know, I've been blessed to be able to work in a capacity where I can kind of service in the media sphere. And in one of my most recent trips, I was able to go with my homeboy, J.R. Gamble, to Alabama to see the East-West Classic game that MLB had put together, in which we were able to see folks like Ryan Howard, CC Sabathia. You see Prince Fielder. Look at Dusty Baker right there. You got Mike Cameron. You got Andrew Jones right there. You even got CY from MLB Network. I say that like he didn't actually play ball too. And look, I can sit here and go on about everybody that's on this list, but pay attention to the one with the red underneath the jersey. You notice that? The one with the red underneath the jersey? Yeah, that would be one Mr. Ryan L. Howard III. I made the L up. Don't hold that against me. And I just thought that was real cool that I was put in a position to be able to be my star. I met a lot of folks this go around, but obviously this one stuck with me. So if y'all wouldn't mind, I'd love to just indulge and talk a little bit about this experience. So I got to meet a whole bunch of these dudes, like I said, right? It was a pleasure just to be in the presence, and I got to watch them take BP, do home run derby, do a bunch of crazy stuff. Got to interview Prince Fielder. I got to interview CC Sabathia. That interview is live right now on my Instagram at The Real Vince Taylor. But I sought out Ryan Howard because that's my dog. And I wanted to see a couple things. A, how St. Louis are you still? Now that you done been with the Phillies and you done went and did all these other things, how much St. Louis do you still got in you? So a couple of my intentions were to figure out how St. Louis he was, and then also to see if I could test the waters of maybe getting him to come into a coaching role in the Cardinals clubhouse, even if it's just a minor batting coach role. So I think it was, fairly productive. But here's what the man said to me, and y'all tell me if I got what I wanted out of this interview right here.
Ryan, man, home run derby, man. What happened, man?
Just ain't have it today.
It ain't today?
Just ain't have it today.
Okay. All right.
Couldn't get the lower body going today. Bees like that. So